Alright, so let me take you guys through my arcade control panel build here. And let me just mention that I'm not very experienced in woodworking, so this was kind of a learning project as much as it was I needed to get this arcade panel built, because I've had that arcade sitting in the garage for over a year and it's time to finish it. So here I am, I got my 3/4 inch MDF and I'm making the holes for the buttons with a 1 1/8 inch spade bit, which works fine for the MDF, but if you were using solid wood, I could see how a hole saw would work better for that, but this worked out all right. Now about got all those holes done and sanded the rough stuff off. Now the rest of the cabinet's painted black, as you can see in the other post, but yeah, I painted the wrong side here, which is just as well because I didn't like the way it came out anyway. So these joysticks, the way they connect, having this 3/4 inch MDF is really thick and it takes a lot away from the joystick shaft. So I read online and it was recommended that you route out the sections for the joysticks, but I didn't have a router or any experience with it, so it got put on the back burner for a while, and then I decided just go get a router. I can use it for other projects and it'll have this done right. So I did, and it really wasn't hard to use, and it came out really good. I think it definitely would have been, the shafts would have been too short had I not done that. You can see how right here where it just sits in flush, and that came out really well. I was happy with that. Now I'm just testing the placement of the joysticks and buttons. Okay, so I got some vinyl here, and that you saw in that can I sprayed on the top, that's some 3M adhesive, because the adhesive on the back of the vinyl isn't really enough for this application. You're gonna want to add some extra sticky to that, and so I did that and sprayed it down there, and it's holding on real good. So you add some more, check to see if it's tacky, and then put it on down. For those of you that don't know, this vinyl is sold in 12 and 24 inch widths to pretty much any length you want. So what I got here was the 24 by a yard, so 24 by 3 feet. So I had some extra left over of this pretty cool colored, they call it Galaxy. It was like several colors sparkly all together. So I thought that would be good for the retro look there, the retro spacey look, Galaga and etc., with all the primary colors in there. Using an X-Acto knife to cut out the buttons. And there we go. Throw it in place to take a little look. It's starting to look kind of good. They're kind of professional in a way. Alright, so now I'm going to put the shafts in for the final time, test them out, they're good to go, tighten the clips, and I'm going to drop in all the buttons, and then got to screw the buttons down in place. They have the threads on them, and they got a little plastic nut to screw down on them. I'm going to make sure they're all pointed the same way for the wiring so it doesn't look crazy. Now I'm dropping in the switches, with obviously the switch goes up because we're turned upside down, so switch goes up, and then looking pretty good there. Another test view. Got Operation Wolf on the screen, that's the bomb. Okay, and here we go. So take note where I'm connecting these positive leads here. There's two terminals on the side there, and I'm connecting it to the bottom one. But again, remember, we're turned upside down, so they're the top right now, but it's the bottom connector. And then once all these are connected, we're going to come in with the ground wire and connect it to the one on the very bottom of the switch. And here we go, daisy chaining the ground wire together. Each side, each player should be independent, and it comes as one big long wire. So once you get it, cover it on the one side of the player, you just go ahead and cut it. And we got some adhesive plastic standoffs for the IPac board. I don't know how long that adhesive is going to hold out in the humid heat in the cabinet, but we're a couple days in now, and it's holding on good, so hopefully it'll stay that way. Otherwise, we'll figure out another way to secure it there. And now we're going to get that USB cord, plug it in, and let's see. Oh, it's working. I was putting that off for a while. It turned out to be not so bad at all. I'll just go ahead and jump into 1943 here because it's at the top of the list, and there we go. It's working. Thanks for watching.